Alright, so after a pitiful performance in Claytano's tournament this week, I ended up in 6th place in the placement round, so I didn't even... why do I not hear anything? I didn't even make it to the finals, which was really disappointing. I am back at it, playing with the Turbo Boys. We're going to try forcing Turbo Boys several games in a row. The last video I uploaded was very high rolly. You couldn't really ask for better luck than what I was getting in that game. So because of that, I'm going to keep playing, and I'm going to try and find a video where I don't have such great luck, and you guys can see how I choose to navigate with this build when things aren't exactly going my way. So right off the bat here, I've found 2 warriors. Again, I'm looking for my 3 warriors really quickly. These 2 warriors are incredibly weak warriors in the grand scheme of things, but early on they do the job, and they still give you the synergy. So now I'm looking for something like a swordman would actually be pretty decent at the moment, simply because I get the Cave Clan bonus. These guys have extra HP. But none of these warriors are guys that I really want to keep into my build later on. So it's okay to use my items for now, and in fact, because Swordman is the strongest here, I am going to put that on Swordman. If he can get his spin going early, it can kind of help carry me in these early rounds until I get the pieces that I actually want. So we've got the 3 warrior buff activated. It's actually really easy to bank on getting the 3 warriors before the first PvP round. There are just lots of really cheap early game warriors. So that's what we've got going on here. And let's see what we got. So nothing to improve my comp. And in fact, this is a perfect example of a situation where I can't buy a warrior, and I really want to win. So the best thing I can do is push the button, throw an Egersis in, get the extra damage on the field. I really wish I could have picked something like a Unicorn or another warrior, but the Egersis should do the trick here, except we're up against a 2-star Tusk, which could be challenging. I really hope he doesn't punch my Swordman, which he does. Okay, I need the Swordman to start spinning like right now. There we go. I actually might win this, and if I do, I'm going to attribute that entirely to putting in that Egersis. Get spinning, spin, 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 spin! There we go. Okay. So yeah, I believe that victory was entirely due to that 711 damage that Egersis gave me. Huh. No warriors. No synergies that I can add. Let's see, I got Spirit and Egersis. No Spirit, no Egersis, so I'm just looking for a strong early game unit to add in here. I think I'm going to go with the Argali Knight. He's really tanky, and his Purification is incredibly powerful early game. That true damage, when people have that low health, it really does tend to do a lot. So this should be a pretty easy win. I've got 5, he's got 4. He does have... No, yeah, okay. I saw a couple Knights, but they were both Hell Knights, so he didn't actually have the Knight synergy. So far, things are going okay for us. We did manage to win our first 2 rounds, but our build is not going perfectly. We haven't found the units we want. So we're just adapting, putting in stand-in units until we can find the units we want. Huh. And then again, nothing here that I really want. And since I'm at 9 gold, if I win this round, I could get up to 10 gold, and I'm actually going to take... No, I want the Argali. If I win this round, I could get up to 10 gold, and... No, I want the Swordman. And get an interest. So, that's kind of what I'm watching for, except he's got 3 2-stars, so he's probably going to beat me. I don't see any way I win this round, actually. If I did win the round, however, I would have sold this Argali to get up to 10 gold. Actually, the Argali's 3 cost, I forgot. So I can get up to 10 gold anyways, and get that interest gold. So there goes my win streak, there goes my victory gold. So I'm probably not... Wow, there are no warriors. Okay. I'm probably not going to be able to hit that magical level 7, round 9 spot. And we did just lose. I'm thinking... Still nothing to add in, but the Dragon Knight is powerful. So I'm actually just going to grab the Dragon Knight, and we're going to think about pivoting towards Knights. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Frost Knight and the Defector as well. And like I was saying in my last video, if you're not finding the warriors, maybe it's not the game to go warriors. And I'm still looking for the warriors. I'm still trying to force it, but I've got a backup plan. So my backup plan right now is some sort of Dragon Knight or Glacier Knight, depending on what the game gives me, right? So I've got 2 pieces of either build. And if we look at the board here, actually let me go to my management. Okay, here are some warriors. Let's do this. So, I think we're going full send on the warriors now. Can I get to 6 warriors? I cannot, so let's throw him in. Let's take him out. Let's put him in. And in fact, yeah, we're going to go and put a Swordman in. We want to try and win this round. And it would be nice, obviously, to win this round. We may not. But we're going to try to, right? It's always good to try and win, get that victory gold, keep the HP, and yeah, it does not look like we're winning this round. So I'm going to sell the Agursus just to get the interest right now. And yeah, this is an example of a game where we are not getting what we want. We are definitely not high rolling. We're struggling to find our warriors. There's a 2-star Swordman, which is nice. But we are struggling to find pieces to stick into this build. So, if we look here, Cave bonus, Spirit, I already have Beast. None of these are warriors. I could get the Poisonous Worm. He is pretty powerful early game. I could also get the Argali Knight. He's very strong as well, and he gives me the human synergy. And he just has his really powerful heal, right? So I'm going to go with that instead. And here we are, round 9. I did not hit that magical level 7 at round 9. Things have just not been going our way. We haven't had the victory streak. We haven't been getting lots of high-quality warriors, so we've had to kind of struggle to get to this point. But it looks like we might get there in the end. We have kind of had to work pretty hard to get the build online, but I think the build's almost online now. We are going to lose this. The Water Spirit's definitely going to beat the Wolf here. So, item-wise, we want to put this on a Berserker. This is going to go on something like a Pirate Captain or a Doom. So this is Rock Golems. Let's see. I'm going to sell the Argali now. And I'm just going to throw in another Warrior. He's really strong. And since I can't get my 6 Warrior bonus at the moment, I'm actually going to take the Stone Spirit out and put in another Tusk, simply because it's a better unit. This is the Rock Golems, though. We should have no problem. We have a 2-star Swordman, so I believe he's going to power right through this. And we're still at 5 Warriors. So, we are looking to find another Warrior. We have not found Abyssal, and we don't have like a Pirate Captain or a Doom or a Berserker yet. And once we get to level 7, the odds of those units goes up significantly. So that's what we're going to do actually right now. We're going to push to level 7 on round 9, throw in another unit. And if we look here, we now have a 10% chance of finding those epics. The guys like the Berserker, Doom, and Pirate Captain. So we've just increased our odds of finding those units. We do have 7 boys on the field, however, 2 of them are duplicates, so we do not have the 6 warrior buff just yet. Still looking for it, but I have no doubt we'll find it in the next round or 2. If we look at the board here, I am the only one who's gone up to level 7. It's round 11. Round 11 you really should be level 6, I would imagine. You could be level 5 if you're econing hard, and we do see Obat G here econing really hard, and he's still level 5. But everybody else in the game is level 6, and I am level 7. So we're doing pretty great. I actually didn't see if I won that or lost that. But here we go. Finally getting the build online. So there's the PCAP. Got a level 2 Tusk, which we want to keep. I would like to actually put those guys on the same side, and let's put the garbage units over here. The reason I put the humans all over here, that's what I did, the werewolves and the pirate captains are humans. The reason I put those over there is simply because I want them silencing, and stacking them over here just give me a greater chance of silencing whatever units they're attacking. So see, right there, we got that swordman silenced before he was able to spin. We didn't kill him before the silence ended, so he did get his spin off. But the concept is still there. I was trying to keep him from spinning by stacking those silences, which did work, but we just didn't stop him from spinning completely. Swordman might actually take this. He's really strong. Wow, okay. That was an amazing Swordman ult there. Here is Doom. We can get rid of a warrior, and in this case, Swordman's doing really well for me, and the Red Axe just makes the Swordman better by giving him more HP. So right now, the worst unit I have on the field is the Stone Spirit. We're going to sell him. We're going to put the Doom in. We've got our 6 warriors. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are warriors we want to keep. We're looking to replace these 2 with Abyssal Guard and who is missing? Berserker. And we're looking for our supplemental units now. So it took us till round 13 to kind of stabilize, get to a position that we really wanted to be, but we're here now. It looks like things are going to start going pretty well for us. I didn't even scout the lobby and see what kind of opponents we've got. So we've got a Rook 5. That's a pretty high ranked player. I'm Rook 3. We have another Rook 3, a Rook 2 player, and then some bishops. So this is a moderate lobby. I mean, it's not the best lobby, but it is better than nothing. And in fact, I just saw the Desperate Doctor. We're going to grab the Desperate Doctor here because he's a piece that we want later on, and he offers some CC, so he's a pretty good unit on his own, even without the synergy that we're hoping to get from him. So we still want to put that on Berserker, so we're going to hold on to our items here. We have 6 warriors. We are looking to get the Abyssal Guard and the Berserker, and we're looking to get Soul Reaper and another Agursus unit to go with that. So something like an Evil Knight, Agursus Ranger, or a Blight Sorcerer. This was Obat G. He's not doing very well. He's actually on a lose streak. I think we might be on a little mini win streak now, which we are, which is fantastic. Here, if I were to buy the Swordman and the Red Axe, I would get brought down to 19 gold, which would cost me 1 interest, and I don't plan to keep the Swordman into late game. I want to replace him as soon as I find the Abyssal or the Berserker. And actually, he'll be the last one I replace. I'll replace the Red Axe first, and then I'll replace the Swordman. So I'm not going to try and push him up to 3 stars because I don't actually want him. He's doing really well right now, but ultimately there's a better unit to put in his place. So I'm not going to try and push him up. I'd rather take that interest here. And we're getting to the point where we need to push up to level 8 soon, because we really do need to find Berserker, Soul Reaper, and we need to upgrade our Doom and our Pirate Captain. So, ooh, there's a Frantic Mask there as soon as we find the unit to put it on. Let's put that in our bag. So Frantic Mask silences your unit, obviously, so you don't want to put it on somebody with an ability. It's best on something like an Agursus Ranger or a Berserker, and that's what I'm looking for, is to put it on my Berserker. 25 gold, 7 of 24. I'm actually going to push up to level 8 next round. And I'm going to take that out and put the Pirate Captain in. He's just a better unit to have on the field. Actually, I want all of these items on my Berserker. I'm going to hold on to them. I should be able to win this round. Okay, this is the first place guy, so we actually might lose here. We do have a very strong comp. He's got lots of 2 stars, though. I'm just hoping these Pirate Captain ults come off soon and do their job. Okay, that was a really, really good ship. And then the follow-up ship. Okay, so by opting to put the second captain in over the Desperate Doctor here, the stacked pirate ships there are kind of the decision that carried us through that round. It allowed us to keep our win streak going, and now, let's see, I can push the button 4 times to level up. Puts me at 15 gold. I do need the Agursus later on, and I'm not going to sell these. I can't get up to 20 gold, so I'm going to take the Agursus. And what's going to go in right now? I think Desperate Doctor is a better standalone unit than a 1-star Agursus Ranger. 1-star Agursus Ranger is really weak. So here we go. We're forcing the boys. We're not looking to be in a punishing position right now. Ooh, and I forgot to position for Assassins. I didn't even realize we were playing an Assassins player. So, should be okay. Our Warriors are really tanky, and the Assassins don't look like they're very powerful just yet. And yeah, we did okay. Let's take a look at the board now. Everybody should be level 7. I'm level 8. We have Wombat, who's also pushed to level 8. And Obat G, still econing hard. He's got a Glacier Knight comp going on. He's level 6, and he is in some pain. There's the Abyssal Guard. Goodbye, Red X. Hello, Abyssal. That Red X can go as well. Alright. So for the next, probably 4 rounds, we're looking to simply upgrade our pieces. And it would have been really nice to have had a stronger early game. We'd have a lot more gold right now had we done that. But we didn't, so we're just going to try and take it a little easy here. I don't really see a point in rolling down just yet. We might roll down at around like 21 or so. We're still really strong right now, so I'm going to try and keep going with this interest. Maybe once I lose, or once I've got a bigger bank here, I'll decide to roll down. But as you can see here, we just crushed whoever that was. So I'm not too concerned. In fact, who was that? That was Wombat, and I beat Coffee, I beat Young God, I beat Santa K. Obat G fails. Yeah, so I'm beating everybody right now. I don't see a reason to roll down and stop getting my interest to improve my comp. At least not yet. 6 Warrior, 2 Beast, 2 Human. We're missing the Marine buff because we just got the Abyssal and we have not found Siren. And we're missing the Agursus, but Agursus is kind of one of the last things we add, that and the Warlock buff. These 3 are the first synergies we can get, Human, Beast, and Warrior, because we can get those all from our 6 Warriors, which is the core of the build. And yeah, someone is gone, so Wombat actually lost already. And that was before round 20, which is pretty typical. And if we look at the board here, I got 3 players who are pretty low on HP, one of whom is on a lose, 2 of whom are on a lose streak. And then I am win streaking, and we should be okay. Lethal Ursa, nothing to worry about. We have a 6 Knight player here, which is actually pretty strong against Warriors, but I think we'll be able to get through that. We have, and I have no idea what this is, Cave Warrior Assassin. I think he's just playing whatever comes his way. I've got my Beast Warriors, we've got Cave Mage, another Beast Warrior with some mechs thrown in. That's a really interesting comp. And yeah, that's not a real comp. And then a Glacier Knight. So, let's see what we can do here. The Werewolf is never going to get to level 3, or 3 stars, so I'm not going to try and do that. And I'm actually, round 21, I could level up to level 9, or I could spend a ton of gold and try and improve my comp. I think I'm going to wait one more round and then spend a ton of gold to improve, because I would really like to apply pressure. I would like to get my units really strong really quickly and start really ticking away at people's health pools. This is a strong late game comp, but it's not the strongest late game comp. You really do want to end the game before round 35 or round 40. Obat G actually just beat us on his screen. and he's running the Knight's Glacier build. So we actually are going to roll down, try and, ooh, here we go. The Desperate Doctor or something we want. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Tusk, no. Pirate Captain, yes. Boom, boom. Really want to find that Berserker. There we go. Okay. Who comes out? He comes out. He goes in. Actually, put him in two. Okay. I messed that up hugely. I wasn't counting how many units I had on the field. I think I got it okay. It really would have been better to have the Soul Reaper or the Siren than that Swordman. So I need to sell the Swordman and replace him. We were fortunate, and this is actually the guy that beat us on his screen, so we actually just beat him, thanks to those rolls that we just did. So those were extremely well-timed rolls. Let's see what we can do here. Let's keep rolling. Let's try and improve our comp. We really would like to find some Dooms, some Soul Reapers. I'm not going to go for that Agursus just yet. There's a Doom. Wow, okay. We're going to sell you. We're going to condense a little bit. And I'm actually going to put in the Siren instead of the Soul Reaper, simply because that'll give me a Marine buff right now, and that's going to be really nice. I really should have gotten these items on Berserker. That was a mistake. They're going to make him much stronger right now. Pirate Captain is probably my tankiest unit, so I'm going to get that on him. I do want Soul Reaper to have some mana items, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on him with the hopes of turning that into the Pulse Staff once I find an Elf Headwear. Let's put some HP regen there. Let's look for Doom. Soul Reaper. Ooh. I think that's actually better at the moment for us, simply because it keeps our guys alive. And alright, so we haven't quite upgraded everything. We've got 5 of our core units up to 2 stars. We're looking for another Doom and another Abyssal, a couple Sirens, and then I think we're going to be in a position where we can win out. So if we take a look, the top guy is on a win streak. He's fighting us right now. It'd be really interesting to see how well we do against him. And it looks like the power of the warriors is just a little too much for his assassin build. And I went on my screen, Santak. Alright. Probably shouldn't have rolled there, but I like to roll. So, we're looking for one more of each of these units, and we're looking to get level 9 so we can throw in our Desperate Doctor. I'm actually going to stop rolling at this point. I shouldn't have rolled here because we're on a PvE round. So I think I'm in a really strong position. What could I do currently to improve? I could gain the Glacier buff to make my Berserker a bit stronger. I could gain the Agursus buff to lower my opponent's magic resist. But I don't think those are critical at the moment. What can this go on? That's really nice. That's going to make my Pirate Captain super tanky. And like I said, I'm not going to roll here. 9 gold. If I win, I'll get up to 10. I'll get an interest gold. So not rolling here will make me 1 gold. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but over the course of the game, that could help you get to another breakpoint and another breakpoint. So 1 gold early can amount to several gold later on. Alright, let's watch the action here. Young God. He's not doing very good. And he's got a mage build, Cave Mages. With our Marine buff, that should be no problem. He's actually doing quite well against us. He did get off his initial burst, and there's going to be another Tortola Elder ult. But we survived the initial burst, and then we kind of did a lot of damage to him before he was able to continue on with that. Who can that go on? Pirate Captain, sure. Doom, that's a really big upgrade. And like I said, we're waiting. We might push to level 9 somewhere around, maybe around 29. We'll be at 16. We'll have to push the button 4 times. That'll be 20 of our gold. So I think at that point it will be worth 20 gold to go ahead and throw in that Desperate Doctor, and hopefully we can find a Siren or an Abyssal Guard by then. But if we don't, again, it's okay. This is Young God again. I thought you weren't supposed to be able to play people back to back, but I think when someone gets eliminated, it could mess with that. At least that's what I've been noticing. Personally, I could be reading into that incorrectly. But here we go, keeping our win streak alive. Obad G is actually on a win streak, probably because he hasn't been fighting me. I'm on a +3. Actually, if I look at the history, let's see, Obad G fought Yeti, Thales, Yeti, Santa, Thales, and yeah, since I round 21, I think that's somewhere around the time that I decided to roll an upgrade because I saw someone had beat me. So since then, he hasn't fought me, at least not on his screen. I did fight him on my screen and beat him, so he is on a win streak, but I think we should be able to beat him when we do match up with him. The Glacier Knight here is giving us a little bit of trouble. He's got a 3-star Light Blade, which is super powerful. Okay, so we are not the strongest person in this lobby right now. That would be Thales. And we need to find a way to deal with that. So we're going to throw some Tinky items on our Doom. Here's round 29. We were saying we want to push the button and get our Desperate Doctor in. I actually want the Soul Reaper in the middle to heal everybody. I'll put the Desperate Doctor back here. The Siren is better off towards the center as opposed to where the Berserker is, simply because her ult will have a little bit better coverage on the map. I might actually move my entire comp over to the side 1, simply because people do tend to stack in that corner over there, and I would like my Siren to not have to move when the fight starts. Okay, that was Obad G. They were on a win streak and now they're gone. So we're going to be fighting Yeti and Thales from here on out. And I do want to find my Siren and my Abyssal Guard. I have a feeling if I say the names, they just show up. Like Google's listening or something. Okay, didn't find it. So we've got Thales. They're positioned over in this corner here. So I actually do want my Siren here. I want her to try and ult really quickly. Yeti as well, also positioned in that corner. Now, because there's 2 players in the game, you're going to fight one, and then you're going to fight the other, right? So I'm going to try and do a little bit of positioning around those assassins. So versus the Knight player, I'm just going to go with this standard positioning. And versus the assassins, I'm going to try and put something in the back to eat those shots so that my ranged units, my squishier units, don't get sniped. Things like my Desperate Doctor and my Siren. So if I know I'm going to be playing the assassin player, I'm going to take my Pirate Captain and move it back here. I don't know who I'm fighting this round, because we just did a minion round. You can fight anybody after a minion round. So I'm just going to sit with this positioning. If I hit the assassin player, it's a little unfortunate, and I did hit the assassin player, so they're going to jump behind. They're going to kill my Desperate Doctor really quickly. My Desperate Doctor did get his ult off, which was really nice. Then they're going to kill my Siren. She may not even get an ult off, which is really unfortunate. Oh, barely got the ult off. Mid-swing. Won with that positioning against the assassin player, which is really nice. Thales beat us on his screen, which is really not nice. Wow, 3 Dragon Knights. This is kind of crazy. This doesn't really happen very often, but it doesn't fit in our build, so we're not going to go with it. items here we haven't been using. We're going to get our Berserker hitting harder, we're going to get our Doom tankier, and we're going to put some armor pen on the Berserker. So now we know we're fighting Thales. I know he did beat us on his screen, but I don't know how, so I kind of want to look at this positioning and see what happens. It'll tell me what I need to do to position better. And I actually really like how this is going. I don't know what I could do to position better. He may beat us, but I don't think positioning is the cause. It's probably just that 3-star Hell Knight and Lightblade are just really powerful. How do we beat that? We're obviously not going to be 3-starring any of our units. So the way we're going to beat that is by actually going to level 10, getting an Agursus buff. So we're going to take those hits for a little bit, but in the end I think it will help us to not spend money right now and instead focus on getting to level 10, finding like an Evil Knight or a Agursus Ranger or even a Blight Sorcerer. That would be great to deal with that. You can also, in this situation, go for a situational pick, which isn't necessarily part of the build, but like everybody says, Dark Spirit is incredible against Knights, so if you're getting, crushed by some Knight players, it could be a good idea just to get a Dark Spirit in there, just for that % damage. I may choose to go that route if I find a Dark Spirit. I'm not sure what we're going to get, but as of now, we're just going to wait it out. Hopefully these two do some damage to each other, get each other really low before I get too low and have to make a decision as far as what to do. And I don't think we're taking huge hits. We might be taking, up to 10 damage per round. But we're definitely not going to be hit for 20 or anything like that anytime soon. And yeah, that Hell Knight is just a monster. 52 armor. That is pretty crazy. So he's barely taking any damage from my Berserker. My Berserker wasted all that time attacking that Hell Knight. So let's see, he's got 5 units up. What's that going to do to us? Might be about 12 or 13 damage. 11 damage, okay. Black Dragon King, you do want to spread your units out for this, but this is a powerful enough comp where I'm not going to lose to the Dragon King. 3-star Shadowcaller. That is one of the units that people are saying definitely counter us. We'll see how that goes. He's probably going to jump back here, and I don't have a unit that can deal with that. I'm going to want to move like a Doom or a Pirate Captain back there if we know we're fighting the Assassin player. Let's see if we can get some decent items off the Dragon King. Magicka Staff, no good. I will put that on my Siren, but really doesn't help too much. Ooh, in fact, that was a huge waste. I should not have done that. I should have put that on the Soul Reaper. That was a mistake. For some reason, I thought Magicka Staff just lowered people's magic resist, and I thought the Siren ult would just lower everybody's magic resist, but it increases skill damage, and Siren's ability has no damage. So those are complete wasted on her, unless I can upgrade and get that Pulse Staff on her. Here are the Assassins. That's the round that I think I'm going to want to put my Pirate Captain in the back, and you see he's actually surviving a lot of hits on the flank over here. He would have done a little bit better if he were in the back. But we're going to beat this player regardless. I thought he 3-starred his Abyssal Crawler. I wonder what happened there. So we smashed Yeti. Next is going to be Thales. Thales is positioning right up front now. And does that have a... Interesting that he's putting his Hell Knight all the way back there. I wonder what the reason is for that. So he's actually lined up right across from us. He favored his left side, which is going to be on my right, so he's going to be right here when he spawns. And there he is. So putting that Hell Knight all the way in the corner there is such an interesting decision. I don't know why he would do that, because you saw he had to hop 1, 2, 3 times to get into the fight. He still crushed us, and that's simply because this comp is a lot stronger right now. But I still think his positioning could be a lot better. This looks like we're playing for second place. Level 9, level 9. Okay, Yeti was eliminated, so we're playing Thales from here on out. We want that on Berserker. We want that on Yeti. I haven't found the unit to put in. I'm not going to level just yet. It would take 40 gold exactly to level. So even if I did level right now, I would just be putting in an Abyssal guard. And that's not going to help us win this fight. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait just a little bit longer, 1 round, maybe 2. But as you see, like I was saying, if we can't end the game by round 35 to 40, we're probably not going to win the game. Second place is okay, and I cannot take another hit like that, so I do need to roll down right now. We are going to grab the Agursus just because it's better than nothing. So I've got 8 gold left to run with. Evil Knight, Doom, Abyssal. Oh wow. Okay, so I do think that's slightly more important, and I'm gonna lock this if we don't die, which is a big if. If we don't die right now, then we can upgrade the Abyssal Crawler or the Abyssal Guard. But I think we're gonna die right now. I think we're gonna end in second place. This was a game where the early game did not favor us very well. In fact, we even thought about pivoting to Knights. We didn't end up having to do that because we found a couple warriors on the same turn. This is going to be the end for us. We got second place with the Turbo Boys. This is probably more of a... I wouldn't say it was a low roll game. It was probably like a mid-roll game, if that's a thing. Things weren't great for us early on. They turned around kind of in the middle, and then they weren't great towards the end. So this is a very typical experience with this build. We struggled to put the build together early on, and we thought about moving away from it, but we kept our options. So I still had the warriors as I was starting to accumulate knights, but we found the warriors, so we stuck with the build. And hey, Rook 4. We stuck with the build in order to rely on its early strength while we were accumulating knights, and then once we found enough warriors, we full committed. So we sold all of the knights and decided, yes, that we were going to be able to play Turbo Boys this game. We did knock out several people very early on, but because we got a little bit of a slow start, we weren't able to do enough damage early enough, and Thales did end up beating us. And if you remember, we were beating him quite early, but we gave him enough time to find his pieces, and he did end up kind of steamrolling us towards the end. Had we been able to play the build a little better earlier on, we probably could have won this game, but we got a little bit of a slow start, and we had a pretty good opponent, so yeah, it just wasn't in our favor today. But that's okay. This has been kind of excuse me. This has been kind of more of a middle of the road game for the Turbo Boys. So I'll see if I can get a better game later on. I will show my match history just so you guys, for full transparency. Let's see, how do you do that? History. So what do we got here? This was Claytano's tournament. Oh man, that was a bad game. This was that Turbo Boys high roll game that I uploaded. This was Clay's tournament, and then the next game I played was another Turbo Boys game that we mid-rolled, I'll say. So, on to the next game. Hopefully, it's a little bit more of a challenge, but we're able to navigate to a better result. Alright, thanks for watching.